Welcome to the Apply Pressure Podcast with yours truly, Transformer Chris. Here, we dig deep and go beyond the surface, uncover what's hidden, talk straight, no fluff, share secrets, give advice, and keep it all the way real regarding life. Listen, sis, I know you be busy doing what you do, but child boo, I really need to talk to you. Okay, so as many of you already know, the reason that I do what I do by constructing these episodes the way that I do, the reason that I wrote the books that I wrote and actually begin to start this journey of life coaching is because it is my desire to help people out of that place called stuck that like to hold so many of us captive. So what I do is, with the Holy Spirit's help and guidance, I try to come up with creative and practical tools and content that you can benefit from by applying it to your everyday life, just to make things a little easier and less strenuous. You would be surprised by how far a willing heart to lend a helping hand can actually get you. While preparing for this week's episode, I was thinking about some of the things that are major setbacks when it comes to trying to move forward in life. There was one thing in particular that came to mind that I know for certain that many people struggle with, especially in the beginning stages of progression. It's not having the money to do it. I've sat through countless hours of live videos, and I've listened to so many lectures. I've attended master classes of all the greats, you name it. I've hopped on flights to show up at conference after conference that all led to the same thing. I was able to go in on the bottom and leave out on top. I was able to take advantage of all the great resources, make life-changing connections, and get exactly what I needed to take off and to be successful. Wait, let me just stop right there because I'm going to say it before you do. Yeah, right. It almost never happens that way. The odds of it happening like that are equivalent to your chances of hitting the jackpot in the lottery. It's 1 in a million. In most cases, you do come out with inspiration and a lot of motivation and empowerment to go further. But the true success is a part of a funnel. What does that mean? It means that there's a system generated to get you to continuously spend more and more money to get to the next step of success. If you want that next step of success unlocked to you, you have to be a part of the system. Now, rightfully so, don't get me wrong here because the teacher is worthy of compensation. But here's where the misconception lies. The funnel isn't always exposed, so many people invest in a system without having the financial longevity to see it through to completion. During the baby stages of success, most people's mindset is to get out of the hole, right? But they end up digging a bigger one for themselves than what they started out with just trying to get there. I know it's deep, right? And there are so many people that wouldn't appreciate me giving out this type of information because it sort of kind of puts a monkey wrench in the system. But let me just be clear. I'm on team build the culture through the system, not break the culture by the system. So here we go. Today, I'm going to share 3 very good tips with you all to help you level up on a budget. That way, you're not compelled to stay stuck in a system or feel as though progression is out of your reach. So, number 1 on my list, and I know it's going to be a curse word to some, but I wouldn't be real if I didn't say it. Number 1 is read. Read. Books are inexpensive and packed with tons of knowledge. Vital information pertaining to any and every field that you can imagine. They come in digital form where you can literally have it at your beck and call on the go with you, no matter where you are. Then you got audiobooks for the people out there that don't like to read. And there's the traditional hardback copies for the classic book lovers. There are books about every different career choice. Books about religion, books about politics and culture. You got books about law, parenting, economics, books about relationships and finances, communication, behavior, books about energy, psychology, you name it, it's out there. And the great thing about books, and my reason for making it number one on my list is because it works both ways. It's a double-edged sword. Not only is it one of the least expensive ways for you to gain knowledge to get you from point A to point B, but it's also an extremely good way for you to give knowledge to get someone else from point A to point B, leading to guess what? A stream of income to further support your goals and your dreams. Do y'all know that Amazon allows you to publish your book for free, making your work global on site? That, my dear friends, is an avenue worthy of your consideration. And number 2 on the list is what's known as the barter system, where you equally exchange goods and services. You do my makeup and I'll do your hair. You build my website and I'll plug your business with all of my mentees that start in new businesses. If you design my book cover, I'll advertise your work on the inside of it. Do y'all realize how far something like that could actually go? You never know. That book could potentially be a number 1 seller one day and end up in the hands of thousands of people. Look at how many celebrities get asked on average. Who did your hair? Who did your makeup? Who styled you? So on and so forth. It's called a plug. When someone agrees to give you the hookup on a photo shoot, in exchange, the least you could do is be willing to give them a discount or some free services and products. One hand washes the other. You cannot expect to take everything and not be willing to give anything. The bartering system makes it a 2-way street, and you'll find that more people are willing to do that kind of a deal because they feel like there's reciprocity there. They're not just giving, but they're actually getting something in return. And then we have number 3. Number 3 is what I like to call M&M. M&M stands for Media Ministry. Media Ministry consists of all of the training tutorials that we now have unlimited access to. Things like Google Institute and the infamous YouTube University. 2 of the most knowledgeable teaching arenas available to us all for guess how much? Free 99. Not to mention Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. These are all things that we spend most of our times on anyway. There are many feasible resources at our fingertips, and we have to do better by starting to take advantage of them. There's no reason for any of us to have the lack of information as a reason for us not leveling up. Because they have made it so easy, like literally 1, 2, 3, for us to research the answers that we need. With all that's afforded to you for free, it points to the lack of self-discipline as being the root cause that holds you back. It is our due diligence to do what we can with the hand that we were dealt in order to ever be able to make it through the next round. You cannot put points on the board if you're sitting on the sidelines. You have to play the game. There's so much more that I could actually tie into this that can really help so many people out, like working together with people that are just starting out. That's what I call smart business. They offer the services that you need. So rather than trying to head straight for the people that are on top as if they are the only ones that are qualified, let me remind you that they too were once on the bottom before they climbed their way to the top. So don't overlook the newbies. They are the ones that have what you need at the prices that you can afford right now. That tip was actually a bonus that I just decided to throw on there. So hopefully y'all caught it. But as I bring this to a close, if you're someone that this episode really resonated with, if you feel like I was talking directly to you, if you are someone that has been feeling stuck because of the lack of resources, leave me a message on my website. Go to www.crystalmetellus.com so that we can brainstorm some more ways for you to level up on a budget. Okay, ladies, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you stay caught up and don't miss out on what's next. If you're enjoying this atmosphere, be sure to go and leave your girl a review. That way this platform can continue to evolve and build a strong network of empowered women of purpose. Until next time, hop over to my website. Make sure you subscribe and capture all the latest products and free giveaways by visiting www.crystalmetellus.com. Also, connect with me on social media @crystalmetellus. Talk to you later, sis.